Welcome back to the Full Time Ultras, and we've got something really special for you in store today. We're going to review the home kits of the Euro teams, and we're going to look at all the kits that have been released. Teams that have released their kits, some haven't, Puma, but we've got Aditya here. Excited to look at what's been released. You've been wearing one.
Yeah, they look fairly good for the most part, these new kits. So yeah, excited about this.
Okay, so let's get into it straight away. And the first kit we are looking at is we've got a live demonstration of it. We're looking at the Germany kit first. The last kit wasn't that I was not a fan of the last kit, but this one for me it's really stunning.
Yeah.
What do you're wearing it?
Yeah,
Or what do you make of the kit?
yeah, I agree with you. The last one was a bit. I don't know. It felt like a bit of somewhere in the middle of with the black stripe. It didn't quite catch the eye. I like the gold trim on it and the numbering in gold on the black. That looked that looked good. Sorry, but this is definitely one of my favorite Germany kits of all time. Like it's
All time.
yeah, or Germany kits of all time. Favorite Germany kits of all time
Okay.
because it does give a lot of it resembles that 2006 World Cup kit as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of inspiration
Yeah.
borrowed from that.
Exactly.
One
So,
thing I really like about what Adidas has done with their kits are they've enlarged the logo.
Yeah.
So I like I really like the big Adidas logo
Yeah.
on it. It makes it look it stands out.
yeah,
And also the general fit, the gradient on
Yeah.
the jersey also is really beautiful.
yeah, I agree with you.
I think it's a stunning overall kit,
Yep.
and it's like a perfect way to start our kit
Yeah.
rating. So with that, what would you rate this kit? I know you're going to have bias, but I'm
Yeah,
someone who's not biased. But yeah,
I mean, it's either an 8 or a 9. Let's go 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10.
Yeah. What about you?
I think that's. I'm going 9 out of 10.
Uh,
I think it's a near.
who's biased now?
I'm not biased. Exactly. That's how it shows that how
Yeah.
good a kit it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
So yeah, I think it's a 9 out of 10. I think
Yeah.
it's one of the best kits out of all the teams. Simply because it's so classy, yet it has something different. Because that's what
Yeah.
I look with a new kit. I want the new kit to have something unique about it, yet borrow also from the past kits, but
Yeah.
also make it look, trendy and new. So I think
Yeah.
a big tick to Adidas in all these aspects. I think it's
Yeah.
a fantastic overall kit.
Agreed.
The next kit we'll be moving on to is Scotland. Aditya, when you look at this kit, what do you make of it? What's your general thoughts of it?
So it's an interesting one. I quite like the color combination on this one, but the thing that kind of throws me a bit off is the pattern on the jersey itself. It looks a bit like it's all over the place, and like it just in that aspect alone, it reminds me of the Chelsea kit from 2 seasons ago, where
Yeah.
the front had a different pattern and the back had a different pattern, and that looked hideous. This doesn't look hideous for me, but that bit's kind of throwing me off.
Yeah,
What about you?
I think the pattern is borrowed from the tartan print of Scotland.
Yes.
The kilts what
Yeah,
they wear.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you have that kind of inspiration
Yeah.
over here. I kind of like I like what's going on with the gold. Like I agree with you. I like what's going on with the gold and the yellow themes.
Yeah.
But I'm not a very big fan of the 3 shades on the kit, right? So if you look
Yeah.
at the collar, there's a different gold. You look at the two
This-
accents
yeah.
on the side. You have like a lemony yellow,
Yeah.
and then the logo is gold, and then you have white strips. So I think
Yeah.
I don't like too many colors
True.
on my jersey, but I don't think it's a bad kit.
No.
I can see myself wearing it.
Yeah.
So with that, I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10. I think a little bit more than an average kit.
Yeah,
What do you
same.
make of
I was going for about a 7, so it's pretty much in
Yeah.
that ballpark.
It's a solid kit, not one of the best.
Yeah.
But it's a solid kit.
Agreed. Yep.
So the next one we'll be moving on to is Hungary. Another kit that has been made by Adidas. Adidas seem to be making a lot of kits. A lot going on with this jersey,
Yeah.
and a lot that's not also going on with it.
Yeah, it
What,
looks quite simple in that
yeah,
sense.
what do you make of it?
So this is one of those simple kits that I do like, because I mean the lack of the detailing on the jersey doesn't make it look bad. The color combination's quite nice, and it's also the Hungarian flag colors.
Hmm.
So I quite like. I mean, it's a solid kit. I won't say it's a great kit, but I feel like it's a solid kit. What about you?
There's another kit that we will be reviewing below, but it kind of resembles the Wales kit a lot for me.
Oh yeah.
And number two is that I don't like the two logo combination thing.
Ah, yeah,
It's very very cluttering for me.
yeah,
The Adidas central, like we pointed out with the Germany kit as well, that the Adidas logos are enlarged.
yeah,
So first of all, it makes it bigger in the center.
yeah,
So I think there's not enough of space for individual aspects on this kit to shine.
yeah,
So I think centrally it looks very cluttered.
yeah.
And also add to the fact that when this will be worn on the pitch, you're going to
Yeah.
have this big
Yeah.
ass numbers on it as
Yeah,
well, right? In the front.
and they have that patch of what game is being played at
Exactly. So it's going to be very very cluttered.
the moment.
So for me, I think it's a very average kit. So I'll go 6/10.
Yeah, I think it's solid. I mean, just above average. So I'll go with the 7 again.
Okay.
Just because I like the simplicity of it for the most part.
Hmm.
I do agree. There is a bit of clutter around the crest, but
Because with national kits, we are very prone to something very simplistic in
Yes.
style.
Yeah.
So too much cluttering for me doesn't.
Yeah.
For me, actually, it doesn't work in a national
fair
kit.
enough.
So yeah. So what did you rate it as?
7.
7. Okay. So the next kit we are moving on to is Spain. Another kit which is being made by Adidas. Spain over the last 2 or 3 years kind of went a little bit bougie, I would say, in their kits. A
Mhm.
lot of trial and testing.
Yeah,
But this time they've chosen to go right back to their roots, and they've
Yeah.
come up with something which is very, very, I would say, traditional to their look. What's your opinion on this kit?
yeah. So again, this is not something again, this is a matter of taste, but I personally preferred their kits from the years gone past.
Hmm.
That said, I can see where you're coming from, because this is quite. I mean, the players like Xavi and Iniesta wearing those kits in the late 2000s.
Yeah.
Like they had a kind of similar color combination
This
as
is
well.
pretty similar to the kit they wore when they also won the Euros, I think.
I think so. Yeah,
Right?
that's the image that
Because
comes to mind.
normally, when you look at a Spain kit, there are also a lot of blue accents. There have
Yes.
recently been blue accents in
Yep.
the kit as well, and this does not have that.
Yeah, and the shade of red's different from
Yeah.
what it was. Like, I mean, it's a bit more lighter.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of yellow in it, and yeah, it does remind me of the 2008 kit. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan, but I can see why why they've gone with this, and like there's a very traditionalist Spanish thing going on here. So, but for me, it's average. So I'm gonna go 6.
6.
You?
I kind of agree with you as well, because I don't think I think they should have done a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's way too simple. Like,
Yes.
I love simple. Like, we'll come to the jerseys ahead. I love simple jerseys,
Yeah.
right? But I think this is too. Like, it looks very template for me.
Yes.
This jersey has a very template feel. But it's not bad. It'll be very striking on the field.
Yeah, that definitely.
I think they're pairing it with blue shorts. So that's why I think they've not gone like very blue on the jersey. So
Yeah.
they're going to be pairing it with like not even dark blue shorts, but lightish blue
Yeah.
shorts. So yeah, all in all, even I'd go very average. I'd say 6/10 for me
Yeah.
as well. I'd agree with you on that way. So yeah, I think Adidas needed to do a little bit more on the Spain jersey.
Yeah.
It's not hitting that much. But we'd move on to the next one, and 2018 World Cup finalist
Yeah.
Croatia. I heard the grunts before I
Yeah.
could announce that, and you're not a fan of this, right?
No, I mean, this is just too, like, the more classic Croatia kits were, smaller checks, and
Yeah.
that looked way better than these blocks of red and white. And I don't know, I just don't like this. This is like the first kit that I don't like of all the ones that we've reviewed so far.
Yeah.
Purely because of how they've gone different with the design of it.
Yeah.
They had they had a good design and they've messed it up, it feels like. In terms of like the previous design they had, and they've just gone and messed it up. What do you think?
I actually pity Nike a little bit because there's not much you can do with with a squarish, with a check jersey which
Yeah.
is red and white. What can you come up with, right?
Yeah.
We look at teams also who have stripes, like say a Juventus or an Atletico Madrid. What more can you do
Yeah.
with stripes, or
Yeah.
what more can you do with checks? But it's a very, very poor effort
Yeah.
from that. I'm not holding back on this. I
Yeah.
think this is one of the worst jerseys
Yeah.
of the Euro. It looks. I don't think a lot of effort has gone into making this one.
Yeah.
It's. I think this looks like one of those jerseys that's designed on MS Paint. So, a 10-year-old kid could have
Yeah.
designed this jersey. I'm sorry, Nike.
Yeah.
But I'd go 4 on 10.
Yeah,
I think this
same
is
as-
a terrible jersey.
I was thinking exactly that. I was thinking 4 on 10 as well.
Yeah,
Like I mean, they could have done a lot better with this
yeah.
one.
I'd rather wear the previous jersey that they
Yeah,
had.
yeah,
But this
100%.
one's not. If I am a Croatia fan, I'm not investing in this jersey.
Yeah,
No way.
true. Same.
With that, we'd move on to the next one, and the next one we're looking at is Italy. I'm a fan of this.
Same.
I love this
Go ahead.
jersey. This is what when I say is I want something simplistic, yet I want something that will make this jersey spark. And I am such a big fan of the gradient on the jersey
Yes.
because that's what makes it a little bit different. And obviously, I love the stripes on it, which signal the Italian flag as well. It's simple. The logo is really, really very pretty as well.
Yeah.
Yet, it makes it look more modern,
Yeah.
right? So I'm a very, very big fan of this jersey. Love it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like I agree with everything you've just said, because it's very like kind of simplistic design, as you've said, but it's not so simple that it's plain
Yeah.
because of that little gradient that you have.
Yeah.
And the colors also work very well with each other. So it's just, well, we've
I
gone
think
from
it's
one of
just
the
one of the iconic Italian
yeah,
kits.
exactly, and
Yeah.
we've gone from one of the worst kind of kits to probably one of the best, or
Yeah.
at least the better kits of the Euro.
Yeah.
What would you rate this kit?
I think I'll go with a solid 8 out of 10.
We're agreeing on a lot of things right
Yeah.
now.
8 on 10. Really good
I
kit.
think 8 on 10 as well for me.
Solid kit. With that, we'd move on to the next one, and we're looking at Denmark. One of the rare kits that's not sponsored by Puma, Adidas, or Nike.
Yeah.
This one's done by Hummel. What do you make of it?
I quite like this one. I've liked the Danish kit designs over the past few years, and this is no exception because it's again, like on the surface it looks a bit simple, but also you have a bit of detailing on the chest and like even like further down the jersey, and again it's one of those where you have like it's a simplistic design with like only two real colors. But it works so well with like just the way they've used the gradient and the colors, and how just everything just kind of it's just
It comes together
yeah,
very,
exactly.
very
It comes
well.
together very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about
This
you?
is my favorite kit.
Oh,
This is my favorite kit. I think everything just works so well
Yeah.
on this jersey when I look at it, right?
yeah,
Right from like, obviously I have my bias towards red,
yeah,
but a red jersey can look so similar at times. But I think why this jersey really comes together is the gradient on
Yeah.
the kit. It makes it stand out so much, and I think that's going to reflect as well a little bit when light falls on it.
yes,
I think that's going to have it. And then the collar is
Yeah.
I love a crew neck. I love a crew neck, especially with the pinstripe going through it.
yeah,
And the Hummel logo on the sleeves just
Yes.
adds to the extra texture on it.
Yeah.
And the numbers also, the picture that we have also has the number, and it
Yeah.
looks so good.
Yeah.
So for me, this is
Is this our first perfect rating?
yeah, it's perfect. I go 10 out of 10. For me, it's 10 out of 10. I think it's a stunning jersey. It's my favorite.
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of. I mean, I'm thinking 9 on 10, but I can't really fault a 10 on 10 because I can't really think of areas where you would want to dock points. But
Yeah, what would you change? Like, I wouldn't change anything much. Because,
honestly, yeah, you
yeah.
wouldn't change much.
I
But
wouldn't change anything. It's perfect for
yeah,
me.
yeah, I think it's the best. It's probably one of the best we've reviewed so far.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
really original and it stands out.
Yep,
So 10
agreed.
on 10. What you said 9, right?
9, yeah.
Okay. So with that, we move on to one of the favorites of the competition. We are going to England, and last season's kit of England was a little bit. They kind of tinkered with it with the blue on the shoulders, which
Yeah.
I was not a big fan of. I hated that jersey. England have gone back to their roots with
Yeah.
a very very simple jersey that they've released. You want to go? What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's again like one of those kind of it has like a retro feel to it. I quite like what Nike have done with their kits in general. We'll get to a few of those down the line as well. But this is again, you talk about wanting a simple kit. I am using the word simple a lot, but a lot of these are simple, but a lot of these also do work very well.
Yes.
And yeah, I quite like this one.
I'm a big fan of it as
Yeah.
well. I think it works in every way. I love the collar.
Yeah, I love the color as well.
I like the tonality of the kit, right?
Yeah.
Not too many colors going on.
Yeah.
Like they've stuck with the basic color scheme.
Yeah.
It's very simple. It's very classy.
Yeah.
You can wear that you can wear it out. You can wear it anywhere. You can wear it on the field as well.
Yeah.
And I think something that really gives this jersey a big pop is the stripes on the sleeves.
Yeah.
So I like that. It gives it a very retro-ish look.
Yes, it does.
A very retro-ish touch.
Yeah.
Yet it looks very modern.
Yeah.
So I think it's a solid jersey. I'd go 8 on 10.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think I'd go 8.5 on 10 actually because again, there's not much I would change on this one. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't know how to change this for the better.
Correct. So I think in all, solid effort
Yeah.
from Nike. Another Nike jersey we're moving on to is the Netherlands. Always known for their striking kits because they have one of the most striking colors in orange. What do you make of it? There's nothing different, nothing much that stands out.
Yeah, there's a bit of a design on the on
the player version.
Yeah, and
This is going to be on the player version,
exactly.
definitely. Yeah.
And like that, I think that does add something to the jersey. Apart from that, it's fairly solid. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's special, but I do think it looks good.
Yeah.
Again, Nike have gone a bit retro. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the jersey reveal advert that they shot with Koeman and De Jong.
Okay.
And they say they've drawn inspiration from the old, I think the 1990 or 1988 jersey of Netherlands. So I think just that theme, it works well. Solid, good kit for me.
What would you rate it?
7.5.
7.5. Yeah, I'd go.
You're not as.
I'm
as much
not
of a fan.
very impressed. It's a steady kit.
Yeah.
I'd go. I like the badge though. They've done something different with the badge.
Yes, that's true.
I'd say 7.
7.
Yeah, a little better than average.
Yeah.
I would wear it. It's not
Yeah.
like I wouldn't wear it. Yeah, it's a steady kit. I think they could have creatively done something more. I know they wanted to keep it really simple and retro.
Yeah.
But there's some of the Netherlands kits which are retros, but they have something going on about them. So I think it's a very, very simple effort.
Yeah.
Yet it's not very striking. So yeah, for me it's 7 on 10. What do you say?
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, we'll move on to the next one, and it is France in an effort by Nike. I like this kit. I like it.
I like it too, but I think that their logo is a bit
Too big.
Yeah, it fills a lot of space. It takes up a lot of space.
Yeah.
Like, if that was smaller, I would probably, go a bit higher with my rating. But just for that, it's a bit, you spoke about how the Hungary kit's like kind of cluttered.
Yeah.
This kind of feels cluttered without there being 3 logos in there.
Okay.
And just that's the only thing. I like the collar, what they've done with the collar.
The collar is really nice.
Yeah. And the color scheme is also nice. The only thing I'd change is that little.
In fact, I'm going to disagree with you on this one. I'm a fan of that logo. I think the logo is really striking. I like the gold accents, and also the large logo they have borrowed from the earlier kit. So there's an Adidas kit, I think, that France had produced.
Yes.
Where the logos are very, very large. Like the rooster that France have is really, really large. So that's where it has been borrowed from. And I think it just adds a little bit of class to that jersey with the yellow, with the gold logo. The Hungary one, where it doesn't work for me, is because I think it'll be very clustered through the center.
Yeah.
3 different logos. Yeah. That's why for me that did not work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can understand why you feel the big logo does not work as well. But for me, my rating, it's a solid jersey for me as well. I think I'll go with 8 on 10 for me.
I'll go with 7. It would have been an 8 and even an 8.5 for me if the logo had been smaller, because I do agree with you. The color scheme is also quite nice. The gold, it works well. I just feel like that should have been a bit smaller. That's all.
Yep. And with that, we'll shift on to the next team, and that is Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal. And they've also gone way back in time.
Yeah.
It seems to me that this is like a 2004 kit. There's nothing going around with this kit. There's nothing inspiring. There's nothing new. There's no kind of influence in this kit that makes it stand out. It's such a basic template Portugal effort. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. It's plain, but I like it's again, it's one of those that I'd say is solid. It's not bad by any means.
Yeah.
But like you said, there's nothing going on. There's no kind of pattern or design or gradient in the jersey itself. It's just the traditional colors of Portugal.
Yeah.
So it's not something I'd hate, but that also prevents it from being pushed to the upper.
Yeah, it's
tiers.
not one of the best, definitely.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so I don't see anything special with that. 6 average.
I
It's
think
a very average kit. 6 on 10 for me.
I think it's like, for me, it's a bit like between average and solid, so I'm going to go 6.5.
Okay, that's a fair rating.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Nike could have done a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe they realized that Puma is coming in next, so they don't need to put much effort to it. But yeah, I think you could do much more with a maroon kit.
Yeah.
And that's where we are moving on to next. And it's the Belgium kit made by Adidas.
Yeah.
What a beautiful kit. What a stunner. You've been wearing Belgium kits, the Fire one, last season one. That was a really nice kit as well. But this embodies everything of what Belgium is. Like the gold accent, the gradient on the jersey makes it look so solid. Love the gold accents on it. 3 colors which really, really work because they have it in the emblem as well.
Yes.
Wow, this is such a good kit. I think you agree as well.
Yeah, this is probably going to be my first, I don't know, maybe only perfect kit, because I do.
You like this more than the German kit?
Yeah, I do. I actually like.
Okay.
I mean, we are basing like just kits alone. It works very well, and Adidas have gone a bit different with Belgium this time, and it's worked out very well in this home kit.
They've worked very hard on this kit.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the gradient behind, the crown on the gradient, it's such a beautiful kit. Such a beautiful kit. 9 on 10.
Yeah, I'm struggling. I think it's 10 for me. 10 on 10.
Yeah,
it's definitely up there.
It's really a very beautiful kit.
Yeah.
And from beautiful, we're going to move on to something very standard.
Yeah.
It's Poland. They have not yet qualified for the Euros. They're going to be playing a qualifier, but they'd be one of the favorites to qualify. So that's why we put them in the list. Another average effort from Nike. I'm not feeling this. Are you?
Yeah, same. I mean, it looks a bit. I think it's a bit like again traditional. They've gone back to the roots kind of situation here, but there's nothing going on here. And yeah, I think it like the Portugal kit worked a bit better than this. This for me is bang average.
Yeah, I think the only saving grace is the logo centrally, something a little bit different.
Yeah,
but still, I don't think that saves it that much.
Yeah,
the collar's not doing anything much as well.
Yeah,
6 on 10.
Yeah, same 6 on 10.
Very,
Nothing really,
very
nothing
average.
stands out at all.
Average kit. Another poor offering from Nike is the Turkey kit.
Yeah.
Nothing going on as well. I think this is also one of the worst ones.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very simple. Turkey is such a, there's so much of historical elements that you can bring in from Turkey, right? And you can put it on the kit.
Yeah.
But it's such a boring offering.
Yeah, it's just the opposite of what you think about. They have like a rich culture and stuff over there.
Yeah.
But this is just nothing. Like there's one red stripe, the Turkish flag,
the
and the
enlarged logo.
Yeah, that
doesn't add anything to it.
Nothing. It's just like nothing. There's nothing on the collar. There's nothing on the sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm struggling. It's probably
one of the worst.
Yeah, for sure. Like 4.5. I think I'm being generous.
Yeah, 4 on 10 for me as well. Quickly, let's move on to the better ones.
Yeah.
Wales is next.
Yeah.
We said it's pretty similar to Hungary as well.
Yeah.
It's a good basic effort. Something I like about the kit is the accent below.
Yeah.
So I like this green and a little bit of a red pinstripe going through it. I'm a sucker for a red kit, so I'd wear a red kit anytime.
Yeah.
I love the logo of Wales as well.
Yeah.
The emblem is really, really pretty with the dragon.
Yeah.
All in all, for me, it's a very steady kit. 7 on 10, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the stripes actually do work well with the kit. It's not a combination you see that often. The green with the red, and as you pointed out, the Welsh colors on the accent.
Yeah,
I think it's again solid. I don't think it's great, but simple, solid. Agree. 7 on 10.
Yep. We'd move to Romania, and Romania have decided that they are not going to launch a new jersey for this year's Euros. They're going to carry on with the same kit that they produced last season, that they wore last season, and for the qualifiers as well. This kit is being made by a kit manufacturer called Joma. It's another very basic template kit.
Yeah.
With nothing much going around. There is a little bit of a gradient towards the side.
Yeah.
But it's very minimal, and for me, it doesn't do anything much to enhance the experience of the jersey.
Yeah, I agree. And the collar's a bit different to what you're used to. So that's maybe something. But other than that, it's fairly a standard kit.
Yeah, it's a very standard kit.
Yeah.
It's not the worst.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's a very standard kit.
Yeah.
So I'd go with an average rating. I think you'd do that as well. 6 on 10.
Yeah, I'll just go 6.5 for the collar, but apart from that.
Okay, you like the collar?
I
Something
mean,
different?
It's just something different. So, they've tried.
Yeah. So basically our title did say that we are focusing on teams that have qualified for the Euros.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand, how did Norway not qualify for the Euros? Like the World Cup, it's different, but the Euros, definitely.
Yeah, they have way too much quality to not qualify for this one.
Yeah, and especially when they launch a jersey like this, they surely have to be in the tournament to like flaunt this. Where are they going to wear this jersey, right?
Friendlies.
Such a beautiful kit. Yeah, what do you make of it?
I do like it a lot, and I wonder if they probably thought Norway would qualify and had this in the pipeline for when they do, but then unfortunately they did not.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot going on here, and we spoke about the previous kits where there's hardly anything.
Yeah.
It's just what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors, like 3 colors, 6 different shades. The sleeves have got a nice little design on them at the hem of the sleeve.
Yeah.
It works. It's one of those that maybe shouldn't work as well as it does, but it works so well.
This is the kit I can see in 10, 15, 20 years going down as one of those vintage jerseys that people would pay $200, $300 for.
100%.
You look at some of these wacky kits like Arsenal's bruised banana
Yeah.
kit, or there's United's grey kit, which I
Yeah.
spent a fortune on,
Yeah.
which my girlfriend spent a fortune on. So I think this has, this kit has everything to 10 years go down the line and be a absolute classic.
Yeah.
For me, it is still a classic as well.
Yeah.
I know we are talking about only Euro kits, but I think this is a solid effort from Nike. Absolutely. I want to be getting one of these. 8.5 on 10.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going around 8.5 as well. So yeah, 8.5 sounds about right. It's a shame it's not going to be on the Euros.
Yeah, it's a very, very steady jersey.
Yeah.
Of course, we've come to the end of the Nike and the Adidas kits, because these are the only two companies that have released their jerseys at the time we've been recording. Puma are yet to come out and launch theirs as well. Many teams are sponsored by Puma. So we'll do a separate video for when Puma release their kits, and we'll review them as well. And we're another video is also coming next week, where we are looking at the away kits of the European teams. So you do not want to miss that as well. And also recently we've also given our early predictions for the Euros. We've spoken about it in detail, looking at the top teams and who are the favorites going into the tournament. We'll link in the link on top, or you can find it in the description below. We thank you for the love and the support you all have given us. The Euro video is at the time nearly 775 views. One of our best videos in terms of views. So thanks for your love. And yeah, keep doing the same thing for all our videos. Like, share, and subscribe. And do let us know which kit is your favorite. And if you agree with us, you disagree with us, let us know in the comments. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.